Hey folks, it's Max Remont here from Kids Fishing TV, and today I'm here answering a question that I get all the time. And that question is, what is the difference of monofilament line and braided line, and which one I recommend? So I'm going to start off by talking about braided line. What are the advantages? Now, when I think of braided line, the first thing that I think about is how sensitive the line is. And what I mean by that is that it has no stretch. And it doesn't stretch at all. So when you're fishing, you can feel the smallest movement on your bait, whether it's a fish going around the bait and it kicks it a little bit, or a fish is trying to decide whether to eat it or not, and it taps it with its nose or something to that effect. You can feel every single little movement of your bait. It also lets you feel the bottom of the lake a lot easier. Another thing that makes it stand out is that when you are fishing with it, whether you're fishing all the way out there, you make a long cast, or you let it down really deep, you don't have to set that hook really hard. You can just set it like you normally would, and you'll be fine. On the other hand, when you're fishing monofilament line, since it is not abrasion resistant and it really stretches, you're going to have to set that hook really hard to make sure that you're really setting that hook. Because sometimes if you have slack in your line, plus the stretch in your monofilament, you may set that hook really hard, and it's really not moving your lure or your hook that much. So it really gives you direct hook sets, braided line. Another thing that's awesome is the diameter per pound test. It has a smaller diameter per pound test, which will enable you to put more line on your spool. So you can fish with a smaller reel and have a lot of line on there with a high pound test. On the other hand, if you want to get a lot of line on a reel with monofilament line and you're using a high pound test, you're going to have to get a bigger reel. So that's no problem with braided line. You can fish a small reel and have plenty of line. So that's pretty much all the benefits of braided line. So now I'm going to talk about monofilament line. Why is monofilament good? There's only a few things I can say that make monofilament good, which are that it is transparent or translucent, so fish won't see it, and it is cheaper, and that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for the good things about monofilament. If people say that one bad thing about braided line is that it's expensive, but if you think about it, it's really not, because monofilament has memory, so it's going to start getting, turning different shapes. It's going to stay to the shape of the spool, or it's going to stretch and become weaker, and you're going to keep having to buy more and more line. Braided line will last longer because that doesn't happen. So that's the difference between the two lines. Which one would I recommend? I would go with braided line 100%. It's just better in every single aspect. It's just so much better. All I would do, or all I would recommend, is investing in a nice rod, because if you don't have a good rod, or you don't have a decent rod, and it's a really cheap rod, what's going to happen is the braided line, since it's really a thin, small line, it's going to start wearing down the eyes on your rod. So I would just tie a fluorocarbon or monofilament leader on your braid, and you'll be set. So thanks for watching. Hope this helped.